let's talk about comfort. The soft bed, the warm house, the endless stream of easy entertainment. You think these things are making you happy. You think a life without hardship is a life without pain. But deep down, you know something is off. Deep down, you can feel it. Your comfort is slowly killing your ambition. There is a warning echoing from over a century ago. A warning you've never been told so plainly. A philosopher named Friedrich Nietzsche foresaw a kind of person, one who lives only for comfort and nothing higher. He called this creature the last man. The last man is perfectly safe, perfectly provided for, and perfectly empty. We have invented happiness, say the last men, and they blink. That's how Nietzsche described them: content, complacent, uncurious. Picture a man who has everything he needs to be comfortable, and nothing that makes him truly alive. He is warm, fed, entertained, and his soul is asleep. Look around you. Modern life has made it so easy to become the last man. Maybe you already feel it happening. You wake up each day to the same routine, seeking nothing but the next small pleasure, the next distraction. No risks, no great passions, just a steady, pleasant existence. Safe and slowly suffocating. Nietzsche warned us about this state. He warned that a society full of lost men would be barren and decadent. Barren because nothing great grows without struggle. Decadent because rotting can feel like thriving when all you notice is the softness on the surface. If all you seek is comfort, you might survive longer, but you will not live deeper. The lost man is tired of life. He takes no risks and seeks only security. Ask yourself, have you started to shy away from challenges? Do you avoid anything that might cause you discomfort or pain? Be honest. How much of your life is built around staying safe, avoiding difficulty, avoiding even the chance of failure? You might rationalize it. You might say, I just want to be happy. What's wrong with wanting a comfortable life? On the surface, nothing. It sounds reasonable. But look closer at what comfortable really means for you. It means you don't stretch. It means you don't strive. It means you settle for what is easy and immediate, and let your dreams wither in the distance. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Comfort is a drug, a subtle, creeping drug that numbs you little by little. Every time you choose the easy path, you get a tiny hit of relief, of pleasure, and you lose a piece of your fire. The couch becomes addictive. The small daily comforts become chains and silk, binding you to mediocrity. Think of a domesticated animal, a house cat or a lapdog, curled up where it's safe, fed and warm. It never has to hunt or fight. It lives longer than its wild cousins, perhaps. But what kind of life is it? All its instincts suppressed. No mountains to climb. No real freedom. Nietzsche would say that's what a human life of pure comfort becomes. A tame, pet-like existence. A human pet content to be kept. And maybe you feel insulted hearing that. Maybe you think, I'm no pet, I'm just making a sensible choice to avoid pain. But listen, this is not an insult, it's a wake-up call. Because I know you are capable of more. And deep down, some part of you is starving while you spoil the rest. Starving for meaning, starving for challenge, for the raw, real taste of life beyond the bubble of safety. Let's be brutally honest. When was the last time you truly pushed yourself? When did you last risk failure or face something that terrified you? How long have you been drifting in routines and trivial pleasures, telling yourself it's good enough? These questions are not meant to hurt you. They're meant to shake you awake. It's not your fault entirely. Society encourages this. We're living in the safest, most comfortable era in history. Every technology, every service, every app is designed to make things easier, to shield us from inconvenience. On paper, it sounds like utopia. No struggle, all needs met. But what has it done to our spirit? Rates of depression and anxiety are higher than ever, despite all our comforts. People feel empty, aimless. Does that sound like happiness to you? Nietzsche saw this coming. He foresaw a time when people would have comfort but lose passion, have pleasures but lose purpose. The most dangerous quest of all is the search for comfort, he implied in his parable of the lost man. Because comfort gives you the illusion of fulfillment without any of the substance. It tricks you into thinking you're complete, that you've invented happiness, when really you're just sedated. The lost man doesn't even realize what he's lost. He has killed ambition within himself. He mocks the very idea of striving for something greater. What is a star, he asks, and blinks uninterested. A star, something high, something guiding, something distant and challenging, means nothing to him. He has reduced life to warm meals and small pleasures. But you? If you're listening to this, there is a part of you that hasn't died yet. I'm addressing that part, the part of you that still hears the call of something more. Maybe you felt it late at night, a restlessness, a sense that you were meant for more than consuming the next Netflix series and scrolling social media while life ticks by. That's the spark Nietzsche wants to save in you. He wanted people to reject the fate of the lost man, to become creators, strivers, ambitious in the best sense, to seek something beyond mere survival, what he called the Übermensch, the higher human, the one who lives by a higher vision. But let's not even go there yet. Let's talk about you, right now, and the choice you face. Because this is a choice. Day in and day out, you're making a choice between comfort and growth, between hiding and stepping out. Every morning the alarm goes off, and you choose to either get up and train your body hard, or to snooze a little longer. Each time conflict looms, you choose to speak your mind, or stay silent to keep the peace. Every evening you choose to read something challenging, or to play video games to zone out. Comfort or growth, every single day. And listen, I'm not here to demonize relaxation or say you must be grinding 24/7. Rest has its place, pleasure has its place, but we have made comfort into an idol, a false god that we worship at the expense of our souls. We've lost the balance. The discipline of discomfort, of doing hard things on purpose, has all but vanished from daily life, and with it, we have lost our resilience. Think of the athlete who becomes a champion. How did they do it? By pushing their body beyond its limits, day after day, by waking up when they didn't want to, training when they were sore and exhausted, enduring injuries and losses, and coming back stronger. There were mornings they vomited from exertion, days they wanted to quit, nights when everyone else was out having fun and they were getting an extra workout in. It wasn't comfort that made them a champion, it was the exact opposite. Think of the entrepreneur who built something great. How many times did they fail first? How many risks did they take that terrified them? They put their savings, their reputation, their sleep on the line for an idea. They tasted humiliation and doubt. Maybe they went broke once or twice. Their friends with stable jobs and steady paychecks told them to just be comfortable, to settle. But they didn't. They'd rather struggle on their own path than succeed comfortably on someone else's. Think of any great artist, thinker, leader. Their greatness was forged, not found. Martin Luther King Jr. faced jail cells and death threats. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in a cell. Vincent van Gogh fought madness and poverty for the sake of art. Great souls grow in great adversity. No one who ever changed the world lived an easy life. Ease produces nothing worth having. I'm giving you these examples so you see a pattern. It's universal. Adversity is the crucible of greatness. That word, crucible, means a severe trial, yes, but also a vessel in which metal is melted down to remove impurities. Without the heat, the dross never comes out. Without the heat, you never transform. You might not be aiming to be an Olympic athlete or a world-famous entrepreneur, but the principle is the same if you want to become anything more than you are now. You must suffer. I say that not to be cruel, but to be kind in the end. Your muscles must burn to grow stronger. Your heart must break to learn compassion and courage. Your mind must be challenged, pushed to the edge of its capacity to become wise. Pain is the great teacher. Comfort is just the lullaby that makes you forget what you wanted in the first place. What does not kill me makes me stronger. You've heard that quote a million times. Maybe you roll your eyes at it now. It sounds like a cliché on a gym poster. But Nietzsche meant every word. It is a challenge and a truth. If you survive something hard, you have a chance to become stronger. Not automatically. Pain itself doesn't improve you unless you rise to meet it. But if you do, if you endure and refuse to break, you come out the other side tougher, wiser, more alive. Think of a time in your own life when you were at your lowest. It could be heartbreak, loss, failure, something that really hurt you. You thought it was going to destroy you, but it didn't. You're still here, and chances are that experience changed you. Maybe it made you more resilient, taught you what you really value, or pushed you to improve in some way you never would have if life had been easy. What does not kill you can make you stronger if you seize it, if you learn from it. Nietzsche went even further. He said that only great suffering can produce great human achievements. In his words, only the discipline of great suffering has created all enhancements of man so far. Think about that. Every advancement in humanity's story, every piece of art that moves you, every scientific breakthrough that improved lives, every act of heroism or new idea, somewhere at its core it involved struggle and pain. Someone, somewhere, paid in suffering for that progress. So what does that mean for you? It means your suffering is not a useless burden to be avoided at all costs. It means the challenges you face could be the making of you. It means that when life tests you, when you are lonely or broken or aching with disappointment, that is not the end of the story. It's an invitation. Life is daring you to rise up, to transform that pain into power. I know what you're thinking. It's hard. It's damn hard to turn and face the very things you fear. Fear of failure, fear of pain, fear of rejection. They are real. And I'm not here to tell you that fear magically goes away if you charge at it. It won't. You will feel the terror when you step outside your comfort zone, the anxiety when you challenge yourself. You will feel it and you will do it anyway if you want to grow. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's acting despite of it. And let's clear something up. Embracing adversity doesn't mean seeking pointless pain or being miserable for its own sake. This isn't masochism. It means when life presents you a worthy challenge, you don't run. When you have a dream that scares you, you don't push it away. When you know something is right but it's hard, you do it. It means you stop actively shielding yourself from every discomfort and instead use discomfort as your training ground. Start small if you have to. Take a cold shower in the morning to remind yourself you can step into discomfort on purpose. Go for that run or that gym session and push one level further than you did last time, even when it burns. Have the difficult conversation you've been avoiding with a friend or family member, rather than letting resentment quietly grow. These are small adversities you can choose to build your muscle for the bigger trials that life will inevitably send. Every time you choose the harder road, you reclaim a piece of your soul from the abyss of comfort. Every time you refuse to give in to the lazy, easy impulse, you strengthen your will. It's like tempering steel. Each pass makes the blade stronger. You are tempering yourself every time you endure something hard rather than avoiding it. And the irony is, through discipline and challenge, you eventually gain a deeper happiness. Not the cheap happiness of the last man with his shallow pleasures, but a more profound satisfaction. The last man's happiness is like a stagnant pond, calm on the surface, but no fresh water flowing in, gradually growing stale. The happiness you earn through struggle is like a flowing river, fed by new sources, purifying itself, full of life. Remember the metaphor of the butterfly. If you help a butterfly break out of its cocoon, if you cut it open to spare it the struggle, the butterfly will never strengthen its wings. It will crawl weakly and die. It needed the fight to pump blood into its wings, to live. You are no different. If you are spared all struggle, you never develop the wings to fly. Now, I want you to consider where you've been cutting open your own cocoon. Where have you been making things too easy on yourself and robbing yourself of growth? Are you staying in a job that doesn't challenge you because it's safe? Are you clinging to a relationship that's comfortable but not inspiring because you're afraid of being alone? Are you numbing your dissatisfaction and distracting yourself instead of facing it and changing something? Identify those things. Be raw and honest with yourself. This is the moment of truth, my friend. This is where you decide if you actually want to live or just exist. If you continue down the path of least resistance, you will end up as another last man. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually. Year by year, comfort will calcify around you like a shell, and inside, your spirit will shrink and wither. I won't lie to you. That path is seductive. It's easier, but it leads to a living death. The other path is harder. To reject the life of the last man and seek something higher. It will demand sacrifice. It will demand you walk straight into the fire of your fears. It will demand you give up some pleasures, endure some pains, and confront parts of yourself that are not pleasant to see. It is not a one-time choice. It's a daily philosophy of living. But that path leads to growth, to purpose, and yes, eventually a greater fulfillment. Ask yourself, at the end of my life, what will I wish I had done? Will I wish I had spent more time comfortable, unchallenged, and unscarred? Or will I wish I had thrown myself fully into the struggle for something I care about, risked more, hurt more, but lived more? Your future deathbed is a harsh but clarifying mirror. Don't wait until then to see the truth. The truth is you have to choose. No one can force you out of your comfort. Life might try. Tragedy might strike. You might be thrown into hardship without choice. And even that, in the long run, can be a gift if it wakes you up. But you right now, listening to me, have a chance to make the choice willingly. To say, I don't want to go quietly into that comfortable night. I don't want to be the last man. I want to see how far I can go, how high I can climb, what I can become if I stop letting fear and comfort chain me. This is a call to action, but it's also a warning. If you turn away from this truth, if you brush it off and sink back into the easy chair of your life, understand what you are choosing. You're choosing to dim your own light. You're choosing to kill your potential in exchange for temporary ease. It's a terrible trade, a tragic trade. Don't take it lightly. But if you take this challenge, if you resolve to step beyond the line of comfort each day, even in small ways, you'll start to feel something come alive in you. Pride, not the arrogant kind, but the quiet kind that says, I faced something difficult and I did not back down. Strength, not just of body but of spirit, as you realize you can endure more than you thought. And gradually, a sense of purpose as you begin to shape your life rather than just float through it. Nietzsche's warning was not meant to condemn you. It was meant to save you. He wanted humanity to avoid sliding into mediocrity, to avoid the death of the soul by comfort. He wanted you to remain capable of greatness. Hear that again. You are capable of greatness, but only if you're willing to pay for it, in effort and pain and perseverance. Only if you're willing to forego the shallow comforts that seduce you into wasting your life. And I know it's hard. I know that every fiber of your being sometimes just wants rest, peace, a break from all the struggle. That desire is natural. You don't need to extinguish it. You just need to manage it. Reward yourself with rest after the effort, not before. Rest because you earned it, not because you're avoiding something. Then your rest will feel so much sweeter, knowing it follows courage, not cowardice. You might stumble. In fact, you will. Changing your life, choosing challenge over comfort, is not a smooth road. You will falter and have days where you retreat back to the easy habits. Forgive yourself quickly, but don't let yourself off the hook. Remember, the danger is always waiting, like a warm bed on a cold morning, whispering, just a little longer. Don't listen. Get up. Move. Life is short. You cannot afford to waste it sleeping in a dream of safety. We all end up in the same place eventually, 6 feet under. The question is, will you have really lived before you get there? Or will your tombstone read, "Here lies the last man, safe and comfortable, and nothing else"? Because if comfort is all you aim for, that's all you'll have to show. But if you embrace the struggle, if you choose to live deliberately, and face whatever challenges carve out your character, then perhaps something else will be written about you. Maybe not on a tombstone, maybe in the quiet records of the universe, or in the memories of those you impact. It will say, "Here was someone who was alive. Here was someone who, when faced with the choice of what kind of person to be, chose to become something greater." This is your crossroads, and I won't pretend it's easy. It's far easier to sink back into the cushions and tune this message out. But if you've listened this far, if some part of you is burning at these words, then you're already on the edge of change. That edge is where real life begins. Everything meaningful, everything inspiring, all the growth, it happens at the edge of your comfort zone, never inside it. So what will it be? You can forget this message. Click on the next video and go back to the comfortable numbness. Or you can carry this feeling you have right now, the slight ache in your chest, that stirring in your gut, and do something with it. Today, not tomorrow. Today while it's fresh, even if it's a small step, especially if it's a small step. I'm not asking you to climb Everest tomorrow or quit your job today and start a company with your life savings. I'm asking you to do the thing you know you need to do. The thing that scares you a little. The thing you've been putting off. You know what it is. It's nagging at you as I speak these words. That's the doorway. That's the path out of the cozy little cage you've built. Before closing, leave one sentence in the comments. Not a reaction, not a slogan. One brutally honest sentence that marks the moment you stopped lying to yourself. Disappear. Live. And when you're ready, come back. I'll be waiting where I always am. On the edge, where it all begins.